Hello, and welcome to this session discussing upcoming SAP solution innovations relevant for the chemical industry. My name is Lauren McCallum, and I'm a solution manager with the SAP Chemical Industry Business Unit. Most chemical companies are longtime SAP customers and have quite some experience of SAP releasing new and enhanced solution functionality at regular intervals. However, as solutions move to the cloud, these regular intervals have become shorter and shorter. Responding to the increasing speed of change in the business environment, SAP has increased the pace of innovation, with new and enhanced functionality being released quarterly for some solutions and yearly for others. The SAP Roadmap Explorer, available at sap.com/roadmap, provides customers with advance notice of upcoming innovations so that they can plan their business and IT roadmaps with more visibility into what SAP will deliver and when. Here is the roadmap, filtered for the chemical industry. Since the roadmap innovations cover all SAP solutions and extend out over 3 years, the amount of information available is almost overwhelming. My suggestion is to filter by either products or processes, and to focus on the innovations immediately relevant either to a solution or a business function. Because the move to S/4HANA is top of mind for many chemical companies, it makes sense to look, for example, at the innovations that will be available in upcoming releases of S/4HANA. I'm filtering here simply on S/4HANA, which will display the innovations planned for the S/4HANA private cloud, the option most chemical companies are currently considering. You can see here how I've set the filter. The S/4HANA Cloud filter will display similar information for the S/4HANA Public Cloud. Since S/4HANA Private Cloud is on a yearly lease schedule, you'll find most of the innovations in the Q4 section of the roadmap, although some limited scope functionality is delivered in quarterly service packs. To get a sense of how S/4HANA is evolving to support chemical industry business processes, let's look at the innovations planned for the Q4 2021 release. Innovations are listed alphabetically by category, and there are some categories of particular interest for chemical companies. Because manufacturing planning and order fulfillment are at the heart of chemical industry business processes, chemical companies will be happy to see a number of innovations in the areas of advanced available to promise, capacity planning, constraint-based production planning, and demand-driven replenishment. For any of the categories you see here in bold, you can expand and drill down into additional information about planned enhancements. Since optimizing asset maintenance is also a big topic for chemical companies, I'll use maintenance planning and execution as an example of the way S/4HANA innovations can dramatically optimize and simplify business processes that the chemical industry relies on. The innovations around assessment of risk and criticality of maintenance activities are particularly interesting. They're interesting because the determination of how important any individual maintenance task is often left primarily to the judgment of maintenance managers and technicians. This is all well and good when you have experienced maintenance staff with time to consider the consequences of every single maintenance task. But experienced staff retire, and newly trained technicians may struggle to make good decisions. Wouldn't it be nice if the system that stores information about all the company's assets, their parts, their maintenance history, their costs, could help make these decisions? And that's what these enhancements do. They help maintenance staff to evaluate the risk associated with the deferral of a maintenance task by estimating the bad things that will happen in terms of employee safety, production loss, and environmental impact if the maintenance task isn't performed. And it also evaluates the likelihood of these consequences coming to pass. These enhancements reduce risk by evaluating various mitigation strategies and they prioritize maintenance tasks based on the evaluated risk. If we're talking about an intelligent enterprise, this is a truly intelligent way to manage maintenance workload. Another example that is smaller in scope, but still along the same lines of using system data to guide decision-making, is the use of machine learning algorithms to provide system support in maintenance notifications. At first glance, this doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you've ever looked at a lot of work notifications and orders, you'll quickly realize that much of the crucial information, like what might really have caused the problem that's being fixed, is buried in text fields. This enhancement can learn from the history of past work orders to interpret those text fields and suggest things like failure codes, as well as to identify other work notifications and work orders that have fixed similar problems so that maintenance staff can learn from past experience. All of this is going to decrease the time it takes to execute a work order and improve asset uptime. These are just a few examples of the direction S/4HANA is taking to support the chemical industry. I encourage you to use this Roadmap Explorer to investigate innovations in other product areas. If you'd like to learn more about SAP's approach to the chemical industry, I hope you'll take advantage of the other videos in this series. Thanks so much for listening.